Hello and welcome back to Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. Except this isn't the first game. This is the second one, Bush Rescue. Now we're gonna jump right in. As you can see, I have some experience with this game too. I'll actually be overriding the third game there to make this playthrough. I have played through it on hardcore mode, 100%ed it. It was a little more difficult than the first game, namely because about halfway through, there's a mission where if you mess up, you just die. It's permadeath in hardcore mode, so you mess up on that mission, you have to start all over. And of course, 100%, you gotta do it. So that did kill my hardcore run a couple of times, but I made it through eventually. Let's go ahead and jump right on in. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Whoops. I just loaded the game. It's starting at the beginning anyway, let's go.
Hold on, Ty. I know a shortcut.
I sure hope Ranger Ken got our message.
Speak of the Tasmanian devil.
I thought you said this was a shortcut.
It is.
Whoa!
Ty, mate. You took your time. The little country town of Currawong is under attack. What muck would want to do this?
The local security is in the thick of it. One of their mates is holed up at the old barracks.
Oh, this is a shocker out there. Frills have breached the Northern River.
Sly, Gazza, I'm gonna need your help.
You can count on us.
If we follow this road, it'll take us up to the old barracks.
Okay, let's go.
Alright, so starting off, I'm gonna go into the settings here. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. I think music is fine. Sound effects is fine there. Let's turn dialogue down a little bit. Alright, let's see how that works. So right away you may be noticing this is a little bit of a different game. Some stuff has changed since the first time around. We're starting off here, we got Sheza, and we have Sly, who's one of the main antagonists of the first game. And you'll see a lot more people are driving vehicles around, they have roads. It's gotten a little more advanced since the first time around. Definitely a little more advanced. We have warships dropping bombs on us, which is fun. And we have the basic thrill enemy. I'm already taking a hit here. We have a lot more opals than the first time through, as you can see. We already have 300 of them immediately. Now, that means nothing in this game. Nothing at all. Because in this game, instead of collecting 300 per level, they act as a currency instead. So you definitely want to pick up as many as you can. This guy just fell out of a tree at us. Alright, I'm going to slip around over here real quick. Check around. You got a picnic basket with some life there you might want to grab. More life here. Helps for that one hit I took. Life all around there if you want it. And you have a bunch of frills here attacking this firefighter. Take care of that, and he's gonna put out this fire for you. Easy peasy.
Last of the frills, possum.
The fire's out. Let's go.
Now, that dialogue still seems a little bit loud, so let me turn that down a little more. Alright. A bunch of gunfire too. Giant tree falling. It's definitely a lot more advanced than the previous game. I'm just gonna make my way through and pick out all the frills I can, collect all these opals. Basically make some money in the first part of the game. That way when we get to the hub area we can start buying stuff. Alright. Moving on, I think we're gonna see our first new enemy here.
Oh yeah, get in there,
cannon netties. Now remember Nettie, the boss in the first game? These are netties, but they're cannon netties. Just a regular old enemy now. Big beefy tanks you gotta take care of. As you can see, they aren't nearly a problem at all. Already over 2,000 opals, approaching the amount of opals that were total in the first game. Like I said, they're just everywhere here. They're currency. Alright, take these guys out. And we're going to get into a new feature in this game. Jump down here. I don't think there's anything over here for us. No. Alright, over here.
Awesome. We have to get to the other side of the bridge.
See that battle bunyip? Maybe you can use it to clear the debris blocking the path.
Alright, so we have to get to this battle bunyip here. I'm just gonna clear my way over, take care of him. Alright, and let's jump in. We got the battle bunyip here. This is a little bit of a power-up, I guess. Not really. In this game, you get to run around in a giant mech suit and take care of enemies. Now, of course, you see there an enemy just jumped on top of me. That's the main way they're going to attack. But you run around, you can punch. You can do that move there, but it uses up all your power in the top left there, that white bar. The red circle above that white bar is going to be your health, so you want to keep an eye on that. Alright, so take care of these guys. I don't know why there are opals over here. Oh yeah, because new enemies dropped over here and I wasn't paying attention. I guess they took care of them. Oh well, we'll see those new enemies a little further out. Go ahead and punch that, jump on up. And deal with some more frills. Alright, go ahead and use that here, take care of all of them. Yeah, you see those memes about the Avengers just destroying cars and stuff as they're trying to save the city? I wonder who owned those cars that I just punched out of the way, right? Alright, I think that's the last of the frills in this area. So we should be good to move on. It's still kind of loud. It's not the dialogue. We'll just turn the sound effects down a little bit. And the music. Alright, I think that's a good level for those. Now, before you go into this next area here, I'm going to show you this little side area where you can make just a little bit more money. You see these are bags of opals. The blue ones are 10 opals at a time. There's going to be 4 bags around here. 5 bags. So that's 50 opals in this area here that you definitely want to grab. Definitely make some money. And I don't think there's anything else, so we are good to move on. To move on, all we want to do is just run up and punch the door open.
I'm here to help you, mate.
Don't worry about me. There's a battle mortar in the old barracks. It's the only thing that can defend the ground troops from those demon fluffies.
I'm there.
You little beauty!
Alright, so introducing the next new enemy in the game. These are the ones that are missed earlier. They're frills riding their own robots, these little crab robots. But that's not what I was going to point out. We got giant robots in this game. Which, I mean, I guess we fought one as a boss in the first game. But this is like the real deal. Like, look at this thing. It has lasers. You want to avoid that red line there, because that's where the laser is going to fire. I don't think there's anything too useful over there, so we'll just ignore it. Take out these guys, of course. They die whenever they get shaken off, so that's easy. And these guys, no big deal, just run up and punch them a little bit and they're down. Alright, let's go into the old barracks here and get to this mortar. We need to use the mortar to take out these giant robots here. Let's just punch our way through. Up and around. And here we go. The battle mortar. Alright, so we want to aim... Oh, can I remember the controls here? Okay, there we go. Want to aim for the head on these guys. Because that's going to do the most damage there. See that? Just started tearing through them when we got the head.
Watch it, Ty! The dropships are onto you!
Alright, so this is just going to be a few waves. Kind of introducing us to the battle mortar mechanic. Now we got dropships here. Easy. And we should have 2 more giant robots, 2 more demon fluffies here. I'm shooting over it. There we go, that's a hit. Alright, that's that one. Now we have one way over here. That one's down as well. No, it's not. It's not. There we go. Alright, now we got more dropships coming on us. Now the dropships are kind of what you want to worry about here. Because they will sneak up on you and they'll do some damage. Pretty much as soon as they get over you, they start firing, so... keep them from getting close. I think if they explode on top of you, then they also do damage. But this is going to be the last wave here. They throw a little mix at you. You don't really have to worry about the dropships. I mean, it will help if they're starting to get close, but as soon as you take out the demon fluffies, as these giant robots are called, I completely missed that one and all the damage there. There we go. As soon as you take them out, you're done.
Take care of those demon fluffies, Possum. Hang on, what's that? Shivers!
Fluffy,
That gate leads to the old jail.
where Boss Cass is being held prisoner.
It's been a diversion for a jailbreak.
Not if I can help it. I'll take care of it, Shaz.
Alright, so this is another returning character here from the first game. If you remember, she was briefly seen after she jumped out of the giant robot that we fought in the first game at the end of Act 3.
Hey, you!
Well, 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 the little orange rat has come out to play.
I know what you're up to and you're not gonna get away with it.
Whatever.
Alright, so she's gonna run off throwing these little mines at us, these whatever you call them, these bombs here. So you want to avoid those and just chase after her. And of course, you got a bunch of enemies to deal with along the way too. She's kind of killing them on her own with the bombs, which makes it a little easier. Bunch of frills around here, just kill them, grab the opals. Alright, and moving on up. You see there, she's pounding on that door a bit. Let's finish up there. I don't think there's anything past her over here. I'll take a quick look though. Yeah, no, nothing. So let's just continue chasing her.
You're hanging around like a bad smell.
Hold it right there.
Alright, now this is going to be the boss of this little tutorial mission here.
Hey, Fluffy. You still here, rat boy? I'm not gonna let you break Cass free.
Oh yeah? You and whose army?
I don't need an army.
I think you're going to now.
Alright, so these are another new enemy here for this game. They're called Uber Frills, which I'll warn you, they are impossible to beat as a regular tie unless you have upgraded boomerangs. Otherwise, you're going to need a battle bunyip to defeat them. So let's go ahead and clear them out. They do give a decent amount of opals there when you beat them. So I'm going to take this chance here to just kind of run around. And there's a frill up there that I don't think you can actually get. But I'm going to take this chance to just run around, kill the enemies, collect some more opals. Alright. Up here. And over here. Just a few more. Alright, now we get to deal with Fluffy, the boss here. Which is a really easy boss. All you want to do, run up, hit her, do a little turnaround, hit her again, and just kind of keep doing that. If you try and hit her more than once in succession, I'll show you. She starts blocking like that. So you want to space out your punches a little bit with that little turnaround there. Oh, not long enough. There. Oh, come on. Oh, she got me. There we go. Easy boss.
Hi, mate. Do you need a hand? Thanks, mate. I thought I was a goner.
At last, I'm free!
Not if I can help it.
As usual, Ty, your pathetic friends have gotten in your way.
Toodles, Ty.
So long, loser!
Ty, what happened?
Cass got away.
You did the best you could, Possum.
Yeah, mate. If it wasn't for you, I would have been dead meat.
I could have done better. Next time, I'll be ready.
And it is with great pride that I cut this ribbon and officially declare open Baramaji Bush Rescue. It's a state-of-the-art facility with an observation tower, research lab, airstrip, and advanced headquarters.
That's you, Possum.
Good on you, mate.
Dennis, you won't regret this. With Bush Rescue, we're ready to take on Boss Cass the next time he strikes.
Well, it's not going to be that easy, I'm afraid.
Why not?
I've just got word that Cass has set up his own country, just so he can have diplomatic immunity.
You mean it's an immunity community?
That stinker.
Diplomatic whatty?
As the newly elected president of Cassopolis, Boss Cass and his diplomats are above the law as long as they're here on official Cassopolis business.
They can double park, open other people's mail, and leave the milk out. And Sergeant Bluey can't touch him.
Which is why it's important for us to find out what his plans are and catch him in the act.
Well, there's no time to stand around gasbagging. We've got work to do. The local council has been complaining about crocodiles in the sewers, mate. Go see Ranger Ken to sort it out.
Alright, so starting out, we are in the Bush Rescue main area here. If we, yeah, that's just showing us how to open up our menu here. Let's actually go in here. You see a little map. The left area is the Bush Rescue area. The stars are missions we can do. And the star on the very right side, the gray stars, those enter new areas. So we can't actually zoom out and show the whole map right now, but this is just one small area in the game. Like, this map is one small area, so it's a little bit different. You aren't going into levels in this game. Instead, you're doing missions in kind of an open world here. So these are the first 3 missions we have. We have Bush Rescue Training Program, which we're going to be finishing this episode, Tree Rescue, and That's a Croc. So let's go ahead and start with the Bush Rescue Training mission, or whatever you call it, because that's right over here.
Crikey! You're a frill lizard. What are you doing here?
What does it look like? I'm working, mate. Not all lizards are bad, you know.
Fair enough.
My name's Sneath, and me mate over there's Keith.
G'day.
I'm the cook, and he's the mechanic, although we sometimes swap jobs. Either way, I'm usually up to my elbows in grease.
Righto.
I also take care of the Bush Rescue Training Program. If you want to scrub up on your rescue skills, just meet me over at that sign.
Alright, so this is basically just another tutorial mission. It's gonna teach you how to run around and jump and glide and all the fun stuff, so I figured I'd just go ahead and knock it out first episode. Let's go.
Righto, mate. First thing you need to know is how to get a better look around the place.
You can do that by using the right analog stick. Just push it left or right to spin the camera around.
And you can move the camera distance in and out by pressing up and down on the directional buttons.
Mate, did you know that you can tailor the camera to your liking? You can change this through the options menu.
They got that feature in already? I remember the 1960 games where a single flustered cameraman on a unicycle covered the whole event.
Alright, and you're just gonna be moving from sign to sign, learning more stuff with these guys.
If you haven't worked it out already, mate, you can use those legs of yours to jump. It's easy, really. Press the jump button to get some air, just like Jess, the jumping Joey from Jabalooka.
Jess, the jumpin' Joey from Jabalooka. Alright, let's go ahead and use those legs of ours and jump on up.
Before you had your ranks, mate, you had a set of pearly white choppers.
Yep, and in your case, you've got a good set of teeth on you. Just like Starkey, the snub-nosed shark from Strathpine.
Here's how you can use them to bite things. Just press the bite button when you're near crates or bad guys.
Fair enough.
And, as luck would have it, we've got some crates right here. Why don't you have a go at biting them?
Alright, so of course you got your rangs in this game, and you actually start out with both of them, which is pretty nice. But you also have Ty's Bite, which is a close range, just physical attack. You can use it to bite enemies or crates and collect opals.
Here's a skill that should come in handy. See these floating thingamajigs?
They're called spy eggs. Anyways, if you press the bite button repeatedly, you can chain your bites together. Just like Billy the chain-biting Bilby from Boona.
Righto.
Beauty is, you can chain bite your way up to hard-to-reach places. Why don't you give it a go?
That was what, Billy the chain-biting Booney from Burna? Probably butchered that. Oh well. That's something you can do with your bite. You can chain your bites through spy eggs like that to reach new areas.
Did you know that you can use those 2 rangs of yours as makeshift wings? That's right. You can hold them out and use them to glide across wide gaps.
All you have to do is press the jump button. Then when you're in the air, press and hold the jump button again.
And you glide through the sky like Glenn the gliding goose from Glen Iris.
Glenn the gliding goose. Glenn the gliding goose from Glen Iris. They really love these tongue twisters here. Alright, what's next?
Well, looky here. Some water. Just like a big bath. But you wouldn't know what that is, would you, Keith?
Steady on there, mate. Anyways, Ty, we'll teach you how to swim in the water. It's easy, really.
When you're in the drink, press the bite button to dive, then tap the jump button to start swimming.
Alright, so that's how you dive underwater when you're in the water, but just a little bit of extra knowledge. that we learned from the first game. If you press the bite button while in the air above water, you just automatically dive under. So you want to come in, collect these green bags here. Those are 25 opals per bag. So we'll make a little bit more money. And we'll just go ahead and head out.
You can swim all right, mate. Time to learn how to dive.
All you have to do is run and press the jump button near the water's edge. Then press the bite button to do a dive. I reckon you'll take to it like Dave the diving duck from Darwin.
Dave the diving duck from Darwin.
There are some places that are too high to jump up.
In some of these places, you might find a bunch of vines, or even a ladder.
Like this one here.
Anyways, just walk into them to start climbing. Easy, eh?
If you want to get off, just press the jump button. I reckon you'll be as good a climber as Matt the mountaineering magpie. He's from Maroochydore.
Matt the mountaineering magpie from Maroochydore. Alright, so this is a new one introduced in this game because I don't think the first one had any ladders or anything that you could climb like this. So just a new little parkouring, platforming mechanic there. Not too hard.
See that target way up there?
If you hold down Ty's view button, you'll get a ring's eye view of the place. You can throw your rings with greater accuracy this way. Why don't you give it a go now?
Of course, they gotta tell you how to aim with your rings. Easy as that. And this is gonna be another new mechanic in this game.
Careful, mate. There's a big drop just ahead.
You know how we taught you to glide across gaps, right? Well, if you ever jump off a cliff, you can reach the bottom safely by gliding.
Yeah, mate, go on. Jump off this cliff and give it a go.
I'm sorry, the next part is going to be a new mechanic in this game. First, you got to just glide down here.
Here's something you might find useful when you're up against Cass's goons.
What's that?
It's the ability to lock onto a bad guy and always hit him with your rings.
When you see a bad guy, press the lock-on button. While you hold the button down, you'll always face your foe.
When you throw your ring, it'll head right for him no matter which way you're running.
Have a go on this fella here.
Yes, so this is the lock-on mechanic, which I probably won't use too often, but it just locks onto an enemy for you. If you press the rang button, you'll automatically lock onto that one if you're facing the enemy. If you're not, then you won't. You have to face the enemy, lock on, and then it'll aim for it. Which, like I said, I probably won't use too often because I'm just used to not using it, honestly. But here's a fun one here.
See these rails?
Well, if you jump up on them, you can start grinding.
It's a great way to get around the place. Why don't you give it a whirl?
And this one is rail grinding. Kind of reminds me of the Sonic games, but hey. Fun fact, that mission that I lost on twice in hardcore mode that ended my run was a rail grinding mission.
You've learned just about every bush rescue trick in the book.
I've got an interesting job for you, mate. Julius needs you at the Gunna training grounds to test his latest invention.
Alright, so every time you complete a mission, he's gonna add another mission to your little mission log here. So we're gonna have 3 missions at all times. Eventually, when you complete enough, you're gonna get the boss mission, which will end off the little act for you. But I think that's gonna do it for this episode. We did the mission here in the bush rescue area. Next episode, we're gonna do a little bit of exploring here, and then we're gonna head into town, maybe buy a rang or 2, and knock out the green and orange missions, hopefully. Hopefully, that's the plan at least. But that's going to be next episode. I do enjoy this game. Really, I do enjoy it. I think I prefer the first game, but I'm going to have fun playing this one too, definitely. You'll look around. There's a bilby over there. I can't zoom in with this rang, but there are bilbies for the collectibles. Let's open up our game totals here. We got 30 bilbies, 25 construction workers. That's actually something different that we'll learn about probably next episode. 10 Gubu Steves, which we'll also learn about, hopefully next episode. There are 19 rangs for you to collect. You have your opal count up there. There are more picture frames for us, which I might do what I did last game and save those for the very end. There's 50 silver cogs. They aren't golden in this game. And there's 30 of... those are chromium orbs, I believe. 30 chromium orbs. The star in the middle, bottom there, next to the chromium orbs, those are our missions. So there are 44 missions in the game. There are 7 races there. You don't have time trials in this game. You have races with vehicles, which is fun. Right above the checkered flag for the races, we see the battle bunyip here. There are going to be other mechanical vehicles for us to get that'll line up there. And of course, we have our playtime and our total game percentage. We are 2% of the way through. Burramudgee Town here. We haven't done anything in yet. And yeah, we'll start filling out Burramudgee Town next episode. Hope you guys enjoy this series. I enjoyed playing through the first one. I'm actually jumping right into this one, and it's going to be fun. I'll see you next time. Bye.